yesterday you had a chance to listen to that story before I even gave the text to you to read. And we started to come up with some ideas about what we think the author wanted the big idea to be. Is it possible that there's more than one big idea? Yeah, definitely. But today I want to show you that readers not only listen to text sometimes, but actually get a chance to read it themselves independently, which is something you do all the time. But today I'm going to ask you to read the same story, but this time you get the text in front of you. To read Papa Who Wakes Up Tired in the Dark, searching for some of the details in there that might support one of your big ideas. Okay? So you want to go into reading today with some idea of what you think that big idea is, right? So one of the central ideas is, and again this is just one, is so one of the central ideas from Papa Who Wakes Up Tired in the Dark is that losing a loved one can be tough on a family. Right? I'm going to add something to this. Even adults. I'm going to say it can be tough on families, even adults. And I'm going to be reading and searching for some of the details that support that idea. Now, some of you came up with your own possible central idea from yesterday, and you might be looking for details that support that big idea. I think some of you said that family was strong, and so maybe you're going to read through it, searching for details to support that. So today, your text, so turn to Papa Who Wakes Up Tired in the Dark, and I'm going to have you first just read it totally by yourself so that you can listen to your own thinking to come up with what you think some of those details are, and then I'll give you a chance to talk. So just totally independently on your own, listening to what you think are some of those details. You're welcome to mark up the text if you want to. you're working, you are always welcome to peek up and see what I'm jotting down if that helps you to figure out how to capture your own thinking. Okay? So I'm doing it here, you're doing it independently, but if you ever need to borrow ideas, you can. Your ideas are probably better than mine anyway. Did pass away, but what do you think is an idea? So probably leave the gone.
Probably sad and probably feeling like sometimes things when I'm because they're down the road.
So it sounds like the event that probably goes down. That's the event happened. The grandpa passed away. But an idea, like we were talking about yesterday, an idea might be that the family is feeling really sad because someone they love is taken away, right? So now, maybe jot that idea down, the family is feeling sad. And then read this again, but search for details that show how they feel.
Probably feel sad, like how someone was taken from them.
In here, that proves that. Because I think you're right. Let's see if we can find something that proves that idea. I was just about to teach you guys something, and I noticed on Macy's paper that she's already wrote this down. I was just about to teach you the word evidence, because when I said, I know because the text says, that's really asking you to go in and search for details, but really to look for evidence. And Macy wrote down evidence to support why. So that's exactly what you did, right? So you kept your big idea in mind and read through your story thinking what evidence or what details. So that's really, really smart that you did that. So I know because the text says that's your evidence, right? This is my idea and this is my evidence. This is what I think and this is how I know it. Okay. Were you able to find proof in the story?
Yes.
You did. John, what was some proof that you found?
That, so how he said, I think if my papa died, what would I do? Like, he told how he was feeling.
Okay, I think if my papa died, what would I do? And that supports your idea that he's trying to think of how.
Yeah, what would he do if he had no...
I think that's perfect. Okay, readers. You had a chance to read independently, by yourself, right? And to kind of think about the big idea and some of the evidence. Now I want you to talk about it. Because one of the things that readers do is they discuss their ideas with other people. We want our idea to be our own, but sometimes it's good to get it out and talk about it, right? So now I want you to discuss your big central idea, or ideas, because you might not have the same one. And I want you to ask yourself at the end of that conversation, do we agree with each other or do we disagree? Do we have different ideas? Do we have different evidence to support the same idea? That might happen. So go ahead and turn your bodies to face your reading partner to talk a little bit about your ideas and your evidence. Ready, go.
So I thought my main idea was that I found the text that shows how
And my evidence
wrong
is
it could
he
be.
says
And my evidence is kind of the first paragraph,
my
the
papa
second
died,
one, and then the rest of the
brave papa
paragraph.
died.
because it kind of shows the meaning of my idea to me. And I said that the highlighted stuff was like the evidence to support my main idea is how strong a family could be, in my opinion. I think that the highlighted stuff is like text that shows that. So the evidence that supported my opinion.
That's good. Yeah, you took that idea in a different direction, so that was good thinking. So sometimes before we jump into sharing our own ideas, sometimes it's helpful to give a response back, right? So I love how you had the idea of the personalities actually. That was unique.
I said family needs to stick together and be there for each other even when times get hard. And so some text to support this thinking is, of course, the first one is I hold my heart in my own. I hold and hold and hold and hold more. And then the second is I've never seen my papa cry and I don't know what to do.
She has actual quotes from it. And these are really smart. It's hard to argue with it when you have the actual text and not
Well, I'm
to prove
pretty
it, right?
sure like the main idea
I think it's cool.
is
I think
that
I was kind of stuck.
I believe it's red and that all bugs kinda needs to be looked at and like go see where and then like leaving the narrator who's the oldest the oldest kid to like tell what happened.
Holding him, telling his siblings.
Great job, you guys. Readers, can I get your attention back at the front? In 4, just turn your bodies. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. So I heard different things from different partnerships. From one partnership, I heard someone who took an idea to another level. So they went really deep with their big idea. Because remember, it's a really short text, right? But we have big ideas sometimes about a short piece of text. And I love that your idea was bigger than the one that I had thought of. So that's great. And then I heard someone else in the partnership use actual quotes as evidence. It's hard to argue with somebody when they've got the proof written down, right? That's what it says. So it's harder to argue with somebody about their idea when they've got really solid evidence. So that was really great. Show me with your thumb as your voice. Did your partnerships agree on your same idea? Do you guys have the same big idea? Some of you did, sort of, kind of? No, good. And then did some of you disagree with your big idea? You had different. What about your evidence? Is it possible to have the same idea but different evidence? Yeah. This is a short passage. It's easier to pull different evidence when you have a longer piece of text. Okay. Readers, today, when you go off to read your own books today, I'm going to ask you to be doing this very same thing in the book that you're reading on your own. So whatever book you're reading today, I want you to be looking for a big idea and pieces of evidence to go with it. Okay?